Rob Stratton. Anthony in the red gloves, Rob in the blue gloves. There's a little bit of a height difference. Rob Stratton standing about 6'1", 6'2". Anthony Cordero.
Definitely a little bit of a, definitely a big height
to the chest, standing about 5'9", 5'10". Couple of knees to the face. Rob trying to get that overhead arm lock around the neck to try to get that submission. Just didn't quite have it.
No, Anthony's in a great position in the clinch right now with the head and arm. He could go to a head and arm choke from here, but just this control alone is a great position, especially in traditional Muay Thai fights.
Looks like a couple of illegal knees there from Rob. But as Anthony takes him to the ground, I'm worried about that left arm around Anthony's neck. Does he have that?
No, tell you the truth, right now I'd be more worried about Rob getting submitted with a head and arm choke if he can get that arm over and actually lock up a head and arm from there.
If Anthony can pull his head out of there. Anthony Cordero in a red gloves, Rob Stratton in the blue gloves. Both fighters on the ground.
In the head and arm, put the pressure across.
The strength from Anthony Cordero as he's got this.
That's the choke. He's definitely got that locked in.
Before the submission here and the tap. Does he have it?
I see the tap. Or no, he's still fighting,
I thought that arm was coming up for the tap.
Man.
He is not going to let go of this hold.
Anthony might want to bring the knee up into the stomach or chest to put on some extra pressure, but that looks pretty tight as it is.
I was about to say, I can't believe that Rob Stratton is still punching this one out.
If he's not going to tap, I do see him going out soon. His face is getting red.
I mean, his veins are popping out of his arms right now. I cannot believe that this is happening right now. What can Anthony do to tighten up this grip?
If, like I said earlier, if he puts the knee, his right knee into his stomach or chest or kind of across the hips, it does help put extra pressure onto the choke.
It's pretty impressive from Rob Stratton as Anthony Cordero.
Yeah, the ability to survive. The ability to survive this long.
Is pretty impressive right now.
Very.
If he can squeeze that just a little bit tighter, like you're saying, this fight would have been over. How long before Dave Morris gets him up? I guess not, as long as Rob is striking him.
As long as this submission is locked in, I don't see how the ref could stand up the two fighters.
If he can last 10 seconds longer, I can't believe he's out of this.
Anthony making sure he scores some extra points.
Anthony Cordero.
Oh. Whoa.
I think Rob Stratton. As the melee starts inside the building, I think Rob Stratton got a couple of sucker punches in there. Anthony let up, is what I thought. Will the GCA take some away from that?
Wow. No, I mean, if one of the fighters had acted and actually had any physical contact probably after the fight was called for the break, maybe some points or maybe a DQ, but wow,
couple of right lefts though after the bell, clearly after the bell. Anthony had let up after the bell, I'm surprised.
And that's another thing you see from independent fighters. The little bit of a lack of professionalism and sportsmanship is definitely prevalent with independents.
I'm just amazed that Rob Stratton is still around right now.
Yeah,
if Rob Stratton hadn't, I just can't believe that he made his way through that chokehold.
I firmly believe that Anthony definitely has a reason to come out in the second round and finish this fight with a little more discontent and hate behind those punches.
Round number 2 being brought to you by Homemade Tattoos, Doubletree, Cherokee Decks, and Vixens down in Washington, D.C.
Great amount of support for
both
Anthony
these
Cordero.
fighters look to be pretty perturbed with each other. Look like this round number 2 is going to start out just a little different as Rob Stratton makes his way out. Anthony makes his way out. They touch gloves, and round number 2 is on the way. A little more technique here. Boy, the height difference from Statton is unbelievable right now.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking the strength difference between the two, it's definitely favored in Anthony's corner.
Definitely. Anthony definitely has a lower center of gravity. I just think his strength and conditioning is much higher. The only reason I think Rob even survived that choke early in the, late in the first round was because he's so slim and long, and sometimes head and arm chokes can be a little harder to finish on taller, thinner guys.
Overhand right to Anthony's face, caught him pretty good. And he's got his left eye, needs to be showing a little bit here. Rob Statton a little bit cocky in the ring right now for barely surviving the first round. Let's see what happens. Anthony's father sitting over there in the front row. You can tell he's a little bit disgusted in the white hat that Anthony didn't finish that in the first round. Sitting right over here in the front. That's Anthony's dad right there.
Very cool. It's always good to see family support for fighters.
Well, that's a long way to kick.
Yeah.
6 foot.
Definitely showing off some flexibility
6'3"
in Anthony Cordero. I do think I want to see Anthony push the pace a little bit more. I just don't see Rob.
I think Rob was tired.
Absolutely.
I think Anthony had him. I think if Anthony could have had the cardio to go in there and get him, he probably would have gone in there and got him already.
Absolutely.
I think he's waiting for his time.
Very nice. Keeping the pressure. Anthony should be keeping the pressure.
Should have keep putting pressure on him.
Absolutely.
And folks, if you're not here watching it, I can tell you that as we watch some of these fights, you can tell the drive that Reed still has, because he gets frustrated and starts tapping the table when fighters do the wrong thing. But Reed wants to get in there and fight right now.
Oh, it definitely gets you going a little bit. I was coming in here definitely excited, like I had a fight at the end of the night.
We're starting to see a little bit of blood coming from Anthony's nose as Anthony, a great knee.
Great right hand by Anthony Cordero. That is it.
Anthony caught him with a right hook.
Very good.
What an amazing fight as this place explodes.
Yes, the crowd is going crazy right now.
This place goes crazy as Anthony Cordero catches Rob Statton with a right hook and drops him immediately to his knees. Dr. Prom makes his way out there. He caught him with a double. It was a left knee, then opened up a right hook right to the left side of Rob Statton's face.
Definitely very impressive performance by Anthony Cordero. And his beard. I am liking the presence of a good amount of Biggie Smalls playing in the background as well.
This place just went crazy. It erupted as Anthony Cordero knocks out Rob Statton in round number 2. Came out a little slower than we thought was going to happen, and then Anthony just explodes, catches him with a left knee as Rob is going down, and then catches him with a right hook to knock him all the way out. The doctor has said he's okay. Both fighters in the middle of the ring. Let's get the call from Rebecca. Both fighters actually shaking hands in the middle of the ring, which you like to see, especially after what we saw at the end of round number 1.
Yeah, I really think it was just a little bit of adrenaline, a little bit of a
moment type situation.
Moment, yeah.
As Rob Statton leaves the ring, I hope he's okay. Dr. Prom's going to check him out. Going to have him have a seat over there just to make sure everything is okay.